nature, we are supposed to have free will.
We're supposed to have free will. Okay.
Yes. But then we've come into a world where we are designed to follow this process. What makes you feel like this person is intelligent?
Person shows signs of intelligence.
Now, what do you use to grade his intelligence?
Probably the way the person speaks, the
Okay.
way he does things.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what makes you feel like after JS1 you go to JS2, you go to JS3, XS1, XS2, XS3? What if I jump? What if I decide to skip from JS1 to SS3 because I was bright? I feel like I'm smart.
Okay. Well, if you make that decision, that's on you.
That's on me.
Yeah. That's on you.
I feel like we are stereotyped.
Okay.
We've been set in a system. I mean, when the person said think outside the box, we are in the box, and we are literally, even in the next 20 years, we are not leaving that box.
Okay. So you have the opinion that life is scripted even before we're born.
Exactly.
Like everything we are supposed to do is basically written in stone.
Exactly. It's written there. Like, why the heck will you give birth to a child? And instead of teaching the child basic things at home, you are sending the child to school.
Okay.
That's why they are doing better than us.
Okay.
The royalties, is that in Great Britain? The royalties in Great Britain, they don't go to school. Then,
Okay.
I think we should go research Queen Elizabeth, her lineage, and the royal ones. What they do is that when they give birth to their children, they teach their children basic things. Now they bring home tutors to teach very important things. I mean, not this, some of these things that are superficial. We really don't need it. I mean, why are we learning philosophy as a medical student?
Okay.
What is philosophy going to do in the, I mean, that is why the whites are better than now. Few months ago, the whites visited Abia State University Teaching Hospital.
Okay.
They came for free surgery. The free surgery, we had young doctors. I mean, I saw people like you taking operations. I mean, surgeries.
You see people like yourself.
No, I'm small.
Am I big?
You're big. I mean, I saw people that, if you ask me now, what's the age of this? I can say this person is 21, 22. I saw them, they were actually the doctors. In Nigeria, you cannot see a 25 years old doctor, practicing doctor, who has done his residence and, you know, has completed everything, and he's satisfied to take up operations.
That's true.
You get it? Now, why are they better than us? Because they go straight to the point. Here, we keep bureaucracy is dealing with us. Everything is bureaucratic. Like, even in this school, everything is just, you must follow this way. We have been packed.
It's like a lead down.
Yes, and some of those things are not just necessary. Some of those things are not necessary. So now, this is what happened. A woman had ovarian cysts.
Okay.
And it was a very young doctor operating on her. It's not far, just at Aba here.
Okay.
I mean, every day, the whites, they came from Belgium, and they operated on more than 70 people per day, like each day, sorry. Each day, they operated on more than, and I was looking at them, they were looking so young, vibrant. I mean, they were youths. I can proudly call them youths because that's what they are. But then, come here, it's our old men putting on glasses that do the work.
That's true.
Because they go straight to the point. I mean, some things are not supposed to be. But then, we find ourselves put in a, do I call it an unending cycle of monotony? We are just there. The rat race. We are running the rat race from this. I mean, it's not necessary.
It's just like an hamster wheel of growing up and going to school and getting a certificate, getting a job, giving birth.
Exactly. Then your children continue this. I mean, I think someone should just break it. Say, okay, as I'm giving birth to this child, you will get married. After getting married, you come and learn the basic things you're supposed to learn. You now go to school. I mean,
but these stuff that they teach in school, why don't you think it's necessary? I feel it's important.
Yeah, it's important for real. But then, don't you feel when you give birth to a child, when you teach the child the basic things, you find out what area does he want, like what are the child's talents, his special talents? Where does this child fit in properly? That is why we have the dull ones. I bet you no one is dull. No one is dull. That is why it seems like we have the dull ones, because we are rating them based on other people's talents. When you raise that child, raise him to an extent where you know what he really wants to do in life and let him go towards that direction. That's why, have you ever had that they touch? I mean, this thing came as a skit, but then I took it serious. I took it beyond what it's supposed to be. Someone said that these touches we use here, that is actually the 10-year-old China children that do it. You've heard that before?
Yeah,
and it's true.
Something really.
It's true. I feel like it's true, and I've not actually researched that. But
but if the school doesn't expose children to a variety of options,
yeah,
everybody don't have the same level of skill.
Yeah,
so you get the bright ones would always be the bright ones. There are some, they take time to develop their skill, their potential. So I feel if the school don't give everyone equal opportunity to be able to develop themselves by exposing them to various options, different subjects, because some people now, they cannot just develop their skill. Some kids, when they give birth to them, you already know that this one has potential for music, this one has potential for football, or others will need to be exposed to different subjects.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know if you get.
I get.
So don't you think that's reasonable?
Yeah, school plays a pivotal role in that. But then what makes you feel everyone must pass through the school?
Everyone must pass through the school now.
Damn, that's the cycle. That's the box we
Everyone.
are.
Okay, not. I don't want to say everyone must. Everyone should pass
Should.
through at least a level of education.
Yeah. I
Because
feel.
if school is not mandatory,
Yeah.
if school is not mandatory, the importance will be watered down.
I get it.
She gets.
I get it. But then it's don't you feel that's the same box we are in? I mean,
Yes.
you are saying this because you grew up in a place where you've seen that school is mandatory, and now you are bringing points to ensure that
Yeah.
you. How do I put this now? I mean, you're trying to support the fact
Okay.
that yes, school is mandatory because you grew up in an environment where everyone must go to school.
Okay. So are you saying that school is a form of indoctrination?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So
Okay.
you feel I'm not like saying this out of my own free will, out of the fact that I've already weighed the pros and cons and seen that everybody. Oh, you're saying you feel I'm being biased.
Well,
You feel I'm being
okay, get this
biased.
point.
Okay.
Imagine someone coming from a different planet
Okay.
altogether. He doesn't know anything called school. He knows the basic things. He knows that you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you have your bath, and he just knows that. I mean, ordinarily,
Yeah.
he comes here and you say you will go to school. You now tell him, okay, try to support the fact that school is important. You mean you understand that he's gonna be empty. He doesn't know. He doesn't know the word called school.
Okay.
Do you get where I'm going to now?
Yeah.
Now, you are saying this because you've come to a place where, I mean, you've seen the importance because you were allowed to see it.
Yeah.
Someone who did not see this
Okay.
and doesn't know that there's anything called school
Yeah.
cannot say what you're saying.
So it's my responsibility now to help the person see what I've seen.
Help me see.
Yeah. So I think there was one picture I saw one time.
Yeah.
It's about the difference between those who went to school and those who didn't.
Yes.
So there is this wall, and there is this books were piled up behind the wall, and like two people stood. One person stood without the books,
Yeah.
just stood on the bare floor without the books.
Yeah.
He couldn't see above or beyond the wall
Yes.
because the wall was too high.
High
For
for
him.
him.
However, the second person stood on piles of books,
Yeah.
and because of the piles of books, it gave that person a kind of elevation to see
Yeah.
beyond.
Yeah. And he had an edge over.
Yes.
I get it.
So that analogy now is for the person who has gone to school versus the one who hasn't.
You see the ones that go to school to study electrical electronics engineering.
Yeah.
They are told, and 5 volts of electricity is passed through the resistor. I bet you they don't know what they're talking about.
Mm.
Now, the people that go to learn it in shops or just local places do better than them.
Okay.
You see, have you noticed that most of the world's billionaires did not go to school? Elon Musk, have you heard the story?
Not like they did not go to school.
They didn't make it through.
Many of them went to school. Many of them dropped out. Some of them dropped out.
Yes.
But the kind of school they went to, at least, was not ordinary school.
What kind of school? Tell me, I don't know.
Like Mark Zuckerberg now.
Yeah.
Was saying that he dropped out. He dropped out. Go and find. I think what school did he even? Was he Harvard or
Ah.
at least one top-notch
He went to
university?
Harvard.
I don't know if it's Harvard.
But I keep
But it's
asking,
one top-notch university.
real.
Yeah.
But I keep asking, why is it that they don't do well in school and they come out to the world and they are thriving?
Yeah, because they have passion for what they. Education is beyond the four walls of school.
School, yeah.
You can get education anywhere, and it's just a matter of. I think what the Bible says that above all else, seek wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom is the prime thing.
Skylar is quoting the Bible.
Wisdom is the prime
Proud
thing.
of you.
So the ability to apply what you've learned,
Yes,
application, execution.
yes.
That's what makes you like a really sought after person in the world.
Yeah.
You get. So
Okay.
that's just what you do with knowledge. Everybody, you can get knowledge anywhere.
For real.
You can get knowledge anywhere, but it's just what you do with the knowledge. That's what separates you.
Okay, you know what? I'll join you to support school, but here it is. I feel like even if you must go to school,
Yeah.
when you think they should try at least try going straight to the point. Okay, I saw his kids, a computer science student was like that he's in 300 level now and all his life that he hasn't used the system, that they're teaching him physics, biology, chemistry, and some other theoretical courses instead of him doing the practical aspect of it.
Okay.
Now you see that most of our bad ass, what they call them, web developers. I'm into tech, so I've met a lot of them, and you see that I don't know, but most of them did not get this stuff through. Most of them, I mean, my brother is I can proudly say he's a developer. He's doing well. He's actually studying computer science,
Okay.
but he didn't. In fact, he didn't learn any of what he knows from school.
Okay.
He says each time he comes up, he's like, I'm wasting my time. I would have just continued where I was learning this stuff, and I would be a better person by now. So I feel like while we are still going to school, we should try to go straight to the point. Not really like straight to the point. I mean, we need some of this knowledge.
Okay.
We need it. But at least for time's sake.
I understand.
For time's sake.
I understand. I agree with you. Not all courses like that. For example, now you mentioned
Philosophy. Yeah.
Okay. So, as medical students, there are different courses that have like real life application.
Yeah.
after you finish your university degree, you'll be able to practice. You
Okay.
get
Yeah.
so you can't compare a course like medicine now to, let's say, mass communication. A person studying medicine,
Yeah.
or let's say medicine and business management.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the both of them, once they finish their course or their degree, the medical student will be able to apply his knowledge in a real life setting.
Yeah.
You get
Yes.
than
I
the
get it.
business management student.
Yes.
So now for that kind of person now, they need to have a kind of they need to have a kind of system that would prepare that person for the route he wants to take.
Yes. I get you. I get you
You get.
perfectly. Perfectly.
So they need to do it for other courses also. Maybe if you study theater arts now, you
Mm-hmm.
need to have what kind of theater art you want to specialize in. So don't waste your time
Yeah. I get
learning
it.
what you're not supposed to learn. So you get, okay, you're studying microbiology, or you're studying public health, or you're studying what they call it?
Why is it public health?
You're studying anatomy. What do you want to become after the what job opportunities? Universities should match their courses according to the real life job opportunities outside.
Yes. I get it.
So when as I enter school now, when you're entering the school now, you are having the mindset that once I'm coming out, there is a place I'm going to apply this knowledge. She
I
gets.
get
Yeah.
it.
So I think that's what the system needs to work on.
Yeah, the system. Everything is coming from the system.
Yeah.
Because you know why it's looking like most of these courses are not important because of the system. Now the system is formed in such a way that microbiologists don't have options, so to say.
Okay.
Even if they have very minimal, like you already find work. I mean, you see someone he has studied microbiology and he's doing one different thing altogether. So the system needs to work on it.
Yeah. Really. And how do we affect the system? Is it going to continue like this till indefinitely? Because someone
Well,
sets this in motion.
yeah,
Yeah.
someone started it and it has an because someone started it, it has an end.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think can be done to at least change the course of events?
First of all, we pull out everything called apprenticeship.
Okay. You don't support apprenticeship.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you bring them out of the system, there is space for the people that have suffered to go to school
Okay.
to come and work.
What do you mean apprenticeship?
I mean people that go learn these stuffs, electrical stuffs under
Okay. Like
people
to scrap them off.
scrap them off
So
exactly.
if you scrap them off now, okay, let me see your point. So what's going to be their fate now?
Yeah. Now ever since we've been put in a system where school is everything. Let everyone go to school.
Okay.
Goes to school. Go to school.
Yeah.
Find out your passion. Build it while in school. Graduate. Know what you've done, and let the school system also be able to impact knowledge, applicable knowledge
Okay.
to them, not just knowledge of theoretical. You connect 5 volts to the resistor. You do this. I mean, when I was in secondary school, we did it a lot.
Yeah.
And it was annoying. They don't tell you connect voltmeter. I mean, you literally don't understand what you're doing, but you're just doing it
Yeah.
because you have to do it. Now, the school should be able to impact applicable knowledge. I mean, applicable in quotes,
Yeah.
applicable knowledge to the students. Now, this crap of people who have not gone to school but are doing this stuff, so that when you graduate as an electronic graduate,
Yeah.
you can have a space to work. Now, most of these people, most of our youths that are not going to school, they're not going to school not just because there is no money or anything, but they are discouraged. They'll be like, okay, someone came out and said that look at Spella is speaking wrong English on the internet space and he's making money, and someone is here, a professor is here speaking correct English and he's making half of what Spella is making, or not up to half,
Yeah.
so to say. So this is a sort of discouragement to our youths.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these people should be scrapped off. Let the people who have gone to school do the work. I mean, if you impact applicable knowledge to we the youths, we will learn and we'll be able to practice it. We are smart. Our generation, we are smart.
Okay, that's true. That's true. But can't they coexist together? Those are
Coexist
using
together.
apprenticeship. Because if you look at it, medicine is a form of apprenticeship also.
Yeah.
Once you're done with your degree, a 6-year degree, you go for housemanship.
Yeah.
That's apprenticeship.
Yeah, I get your point. That's but at least before that time, you must have gone through some theoretical work.
Okay. So what's going to be the fate of those masters outside?
Those
Nobody to come to learn under them.
they literally have no faith. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
We need justice.
Yeah.
Justice for we going to school.
And sacrifices will have to be made also if any real progress
Okay.
has to
What's the system of government where the government provides for the people? What's it called again?
provide for the people.
Yeah.
Every system of government, the government is
Sorry,
meant to provide
I mean
for the people.
the people. Is it capitalist system of government? I think that's it.
Okay.
I've forgotten. I mean, I've forgotten my basic civic education. I think it's a capitalist. I'll still go back to that. Where it's not like the government doesn't provide for them, but they're not playing a major role
Okay.
in providing things they need. I mean, it's as if they are sitting down and the government is feeding them. Do you get
Okay.
it? Yes, it encourages laziness. But then, don't you think it can be brought in? Then, I think there should be something like an age limit
Okay.
to where you've gotten to this certain age, you shouldn't work again. You should sit down in your house,
Yeah.
and maybe you can do little work while in your house while the government sponsors their basic needs.
Okay.
Now, by doing this, go to the hospital. I just maybe after this you can just take it off. Because
Okay.
you see that most of the doctors are above 50.
Mm.
They are all using glasses. They are old people. Some of them are suffering from a whole lot. Some of them have dementia. Like you enter a hospital and you see the doctor is bashing you.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. This dementia and them everything that comes with what they call it, with old age. Yeah. So I think there should be a certain age. Say you've gotten to this age, rest. Let the young ones continue. Now, even let's go to the law sector. Now you see that most of the lawyers are old men. I mean, old, like they are old. Why not there be a set limit? No, it's set. Some of these things are actually unsaid rules.
Okay.
It's set already, but I think they should be strict on it.
Well, the thing is, what I feel is that we could other countries they have the same like call it problem or situation. I prefer situation. They have the same situation. It's just that the situation of things, the condition in this country is very like it's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
So our younger doctors are running away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Younger
running.
workers are running away.
Bro, are you not
those
going
ones
to run?
If it doesn't get better, what am I doing here?
Exactly.
So those ones we are going to now, their place is better.
Yeah.
Yes, they actually have greener pastures.
Yeah.
So there is no need for them to go anywhere. So when you go to their hospitals, you see a lot of young doctors. You also
Yes.
see, you might see few old ones. Even
Yeah.
those old ones, they'll be consultants. It's not like they'll be
Yeah.
working all the time.
Yeah, you get it.
So because they have a system that is catering for them.
Yes. That's what
They
should
have a
be
system
brought.
that's providing for them.
Yes.
So, but here now, we don't have that system.
Yes.
So those old ones, if they retire early, who would care for them?
That's what I'm saying. The system should be brought in. That's what I'm trying to say. A system where provision is made for the aged ones. I mean, you see someone, the person. What was this cell disease that affects the Alzheimer's disease?
Okay.
Alzheimer's. You see some. I mean, I went to the hospital one day, and the consultant doctor, I noticed she was having little Alzheimer's disease. Her hands were shaking. I don't know if you've seen such.
Yeah.
Their hands. It's called Alzheimer's disease. Like, why the heck should that person be working in a hospital? Why? Shouldn't there be a system where these people are catered for, not just because they are old, but because their body is not in optimal state of health? You get? So, I mean, it should be looked into. If these things are done, we the young ones, as we are graduating, we see a way of walking into the sector. And instead of living, we walk. But then the old ones, because they are there and they are still trying to cater for their needs, trying to make sure that ends meet, trying to put dots together, you get? So that's the reason why it's as if everything is not working. We need a working system.
How long do you think it would take if a system is to be put in place to rectify all these problems? How many years are we looking at?
I don't know.
How many generations?
Exactly. Centuries, generations. I don't know. I really don't know. It's tiring.
It's going to take a lot of time.
A whole lot of time. How many of us believe that Nigeria is going to get better? Do you believe?
I'm a patriotic citizen. I'm supposed to say yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, hope. We don't want to lose hope. Anything can happen anytime. Revolution is something that people don't. You just don't know how it happens.
Yeah. Right.
It just happens overnight, and you see people clamoring for change, and everything just happening in a twinkle of an eye. If you look at the revolution that happened from the before the computer age,
Yes.
how many of us look at 10 years or 15 years back, or even 20 years ago? How many people believe that right now you could speak with somebody thousands of miles away in another country, hear the person, see the person? So these kind of revolutions we hope they will take place because of the future.
I get you. But then, for this revolution to happen, our system needs to get better.
Yeah. So
I think we are functioning with a better system then than now.
we just hope our leaders will do better. And we hope we produce better leaders.
Yeah. Let's leave the leaders that are there. Let's talk about we that are going to be the leaders.
So we hope to produce better leaders. So one thing I've noticed is that when compared to the leaders of other countries, they have these though we can't rule out corruption in other countries, so you get.
Yes.
But they have this degree of patriotism in them that makes them want to make a change,
Yes.
leave a legacy
Yeah.
for others, so you get. So one thing I've noticed about the politicians abroad is they are coming into that office like they want to be remembered for something positive. So you get. So if our leaders can adopt that mindset, so like I want my name to be sing sweet, something positive, I think change will happen.
Yes, it requires a lot. Selflessness, sacrifice. Because for your name to be remembered, you have to keep your own interest aside.
Exactly.
You are now at this point you're working at the interest of the people, and for the name you want to create, you get it. So it requires a lot. And I think in our blood, we Nigerians, we lack it.
Yeah, we lack that nobility.
Yeah, we lack it.
So maybe we just need like a re-education. But we have a lot. We are so religious. Why is it so difficult for us? We're even more religious than they are.
But that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They are more noble and
That's very true.
principled.
We bring in God into it. I mean, we need God.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sideline God in this. But then there are certain things you should look into yourself. You tell someone, you don't know how to talk to someone. And instead of the person going to work on his personality, he's telling you, God will help me. I mean, what's that?
Yeah,
This is
that's
something I mean, you need God's help.
yeah.
You get it. But then you work on yourself.
Okay.
You tell God, this is what I want. And they just like they're throwing the problem to God. God, you do this for me.
Mm.
I mean, how's that going to happen? So we bring in religion into everything. Something needs to be looked into like human to human.
Mm.
You bring in God when it's necessary. God he's he's
He's all around.
he's I don't know. He has a
Yeah.
lot of things. He's all and all. He's superior. He's everything.
Yeah.
You get it. But then there are certain things we need to look into.